Imagine if a loved one got caught up in drugs and needed help. Would you want them to be treated, or would you want them to go to jail only to resume addiction after jail? Many drug addicts are depressed. They need help and encouragement to where they don't need drugs to make them happy. Drug addicts should seek treatment, not jail, because without treatment, the drug addicts will never learn why not to do the drug. Jail will depress the addict even more and make them crave the drug even more. If the addicts do not seek counseling and ways to seek happiness, they will always run back to the drugs to make them feel good. If drug addicts are sent to prison and not treated, then the issue will never be resolved because they will never learn how to be happy without the drug. Drug addicts should seek treatment because jail won't fix the addict's problems. Some people might argue that drugs are illegal. Drugs are illegal, but if the problem is not solved, then the drugs will end up being right back in the drug user system. Drug addicts should seek treatment because the addicts will never learn ways to cope with their addiction in jail. The only thing jail time will do to an addict is depress them more and make the addict crave the drug more. When judging an addict, always keep in the back of your mind, what if it was someone close to me?
I'm doing why rap music demeans women. Rap music demeans women because in their videos they have them as a prize or a trophy. They have them in the videos as half naked, showing off their butt and their breast. And women should be treated with respect and dignity because even in the rap videos, because children look at the videos and they shouldn't see women be treated like that. Men shouldn't display them in their videos as that, because if someone my age were to look at that video, I would think that's how I'm supposed to be, or yeah, like I would think that that's right, that's a good way to live your life, but it's really not, because for example, in Future's song, he says that his song is I Won Me a Trophy, which is he's singing a song about he won a trophy, which is a woman, which isn't right. They shouldn't be displayed as that. Like older women like my mom, they're supposed to be role models for people my age because they want to know what what life is when you're that age. So if I see a woman like that, I'm gonna 9 times out of 10 think that I'm supposed to act like that, but I'm really not because I was taught better. But most children aren't nowadays because they're so into the media and everything. And men should treat them right. They shouldn't call them derogatory words and everything because it brings women down. Like, I'm sure they don't know. They think it's all fun and games and funny and everything in the videos, but it's not. It demeans them. It doesn't make them feel good. They may put on a face and act like they don't care, but probably inside they really do care, but they don't want to show it on the outside. Men only do that to get money in their videos and everything, but in my personal opinion, they shouldn't do that.
Persuasive Speeches on obesity in America, and 300,000 Americans die needlessly each year from disease and health conditions related to lifestyle or poor eating habits. And in the past 30 years, children that have been obese have tripled, and then studies say that if you are between the age of 10 and 13 and you are obese, you will become an obese as an adult, or you will be obese as an adult. And most people sit down for 7.5 hours and watch TV, and out of the 7.5 hours, 4.5 hours of them are advertising unhealthy foods. And America is two-thirds of America is obese, and obesity in America has doubled over the past 4 decades, and we are burning more than 2 billion gallons of gases of fuel from the added weight. And Disney World had to get bigger rides on it, or bigger boat on it. It's a Small World, because most of the people weren't fitting on the boat because they were too big, and they were losing money over it. And we weigh 3 tons more than we would have if you would have kept the average weight in the 1960s. We don't need an overconsumption of Thanksgiving to remind us that America is the home of the fat. The fact can be proven by standing on any street corner of the city of the country and watching Americans waddle by. And Americans are eating way too much and exercising way too little, and food can be pretty much found anywhere. And even if you were to go somewhere and they had like stairs, and you would probably still look for an elevator, and there are really no bike paths or sidewalks anywhere anymore. And more Americans are becoming overweight and obese, and this will continue if things don't start to change. And America also is, instead of like going out and finding food, we just like go into our cars and go to the nearest drive-thru to get McDonald's or something. And you may have like a busy schedule, and you may that might be your only option, but like if before you leave you can get like a little snack, or even buy like a salad at McDonald's, even if it's not the healthiest thing, but it's probably one of the best things there at McDonald's. And on an average, McDonald's has an average of 47 people daily, and yeah, that's a lot of people. And most people don't even eat because they're hungry. They eat because of their emotion, their culture, or like if they're just at a party and they offer food, you're gonna eat it. And an average American eats 500 to 800 calories more than they should have in a day, and you can gain a pound or a pound and a half a week, like by doing that every day. And it's growing rapidly every day, and the percentage are only going to go up if we don't change. There should only be a small number of people in America that are obese, if any. More people should stop worrying about what they're going to order at McDonald's and worry about how to fix the weight problems people are having. People don't need to gain a pound or a pound and a half a week, a pound and a half or a pound a week every week. Just to think just think if you lost someone from being overweight, or they were not allowed to be able to do something because they were too big, would you want that for yourself or your kids?
The driving age should not be raised. The number of teenage drivers is rapidly increasing daily. Driving is not a luxury that teens can afford to give up. It gets them from point A to B with little to no hassle. But with debates of increasing the driving age, teenagers will have to find an alternative mode of transportation to get them places where driving themselves would be more effective and efficient. The driving age should not be raised because most teenagers are responsible. They have places they need to be, and new technological innovations make driving way safer. Teens are responsible enough to drive. It's television that makes them out to be lazy, irresponsible, and unself-sufficient. Studies show that most crashes occur with teenage drivers that have a lack of experience with driving over teenage drivers that are just plain out irresponsible. Teens make big decisions all the time. They have jobs. Some teenagers are raising children. They can move out, and they can take tests that affect the rest of their lives. So why question driving? Driving overall teaches teenagers responsibility. It teaches how to manage money, how to pay for car, pay for gas. It teaches them car maintenance. and taking driving away would ultimately just make them more irresponsible. Life-changing decisions teenagers make all the time. So why question driving? They have places they need to go that they are committed to. They're committed to school, work, extracurricular activities, and they can't rely on their parents every day. The average number of teens that spend time in an extracurricular activity is 5 hours. 5 hours on one extracurricular activity that their parents cannot plan their lives around. Teens need driving not only to see their peers, but to go to places that they are committed to being. New technological innovations make driving safer, but you could argue that technology won't save every single life. It won't. It will just prevent a lot of lives being lost. There's blind spot detection, lane departure, auto-lock brakes, auto-locking seatbelts, there's airbags, smart wheel, smart stop, voice control, and overall, it will just put parents' minds at ease knowing their children are safe behind the wheel. Driving range should not be raised because teens are responsible. They have places they need to be at. New technological innovations make driving safer. Driving is a rite of passage for most teens and a birth-given right. How can we take that away from teens?